Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ àmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ àmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun ti dé ọ̀rẹ́ lórí Facebook lórí.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun Brunch Time with Mayegun live. Remember, it is breakfast in America and it is lunchtime in the UK. Possibly dinner in Dubai. Wherever time you are joining us, what you have to do first is, after reading the caption of this broadcast, is to like it, then share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell everybody that cares to listen that Konsunraki Mayegun today.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ Súnràkì. Àní ẹ̀ Súnràkì.
Whatever it is that is a bad behavior and you do not want Mayegun to be aware of, then stay away. Do not defend them. Do not excuse them. Once Mayegun hear about it, everyone else will hear about it. And on this platform, there is no godfather, godmother, or Godson. It is called the Temple of Truth. And the truth doesn't have identity. If you are caught in the old loop, just don't let Mayegun know about it. As we speak, River State is on fire already. As promised by Wike and his men, they have started setting fire on local government secretariats across River State. Then after setting fire on them, they started running away. It might be, this must be the last kick of a dying horse. Tell everybody that Mayegun today. What today? So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun live. Listen, if the audio is sort of not audioing, like if you have any issue with the audio at your own side there, let me know. From this side, everything seems so perfect and well. So call my attention to it whenever the audio acts up again, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, because it's afternoon in the UK, and also afternoon in Nigeria. Yesterday, 2 things happened. In fact, 3, or even maybe 4. But there is these 2 important ones, or the scandalous one, that also led to what you are witnessing today in Nigeria and what you are still going to witness even after today. The first one of them was the swearing in of the 23 local government elected chairmen of River State by Siminalayi Fubara, the seamless Fubara of River State, in what was considered as the coronation of his own political structure to replace the political structure of Wike, the one that got so much applause and then support, so to say, of many Riverians, home and abroad. Many of them felt like the cup of Wike has become so full that he needed to be shown his, his own position in the whole scheme of things. Is that his shot, or he still want to control the River State government, the people, and everything therein, which they rejected, as we saw 2 days ago? So yesterday, Fubara alerted his own supporters that he heard that when the weakest people, when they were going to come and occupy the local government areas to cause havoc, wreak havoc, but they should do their best to what? To not get provoked into acting like them. This is just going to be the sign of the kicking of the dying horse. True to their word, they all assembled in front of so many local government areas in River State today. I am talking about Wike. And listen, the background story of this is that Wike wants to control, if he's not already, he wants to control the PDP, APC, Labour Party, until Stimless Fubara, right, put a fast one on him by bringing a relatively unknown political party, APP, to challenge the supposed structure of Wike. They did try to stop the elections from taking place. Unfortunately, they couldn't. Now, they also couldn't really stop the announcement of the winners. So yesterday, when Fubara sworn in these 23 local governments, elected 23 local government chairmen, Wike's men said they will not occupy those offices. And true to their word, like I said, this morning, they assembled in front of some of these local government secretariats. They set some of them ablaze. They smashed, destroyed vandalized some of the properties there. Some of these were captured on camera. But from yesterday, to add salt to injury, when I say add salt to injury for Wike, you see the man that said that they will see to the end of Wike's shenanigan in PDP, the guy from Bauchi, Bala Mohammed. He was a special guest of honor at the event where Fubara sworn in the 23 new local government chairmen yesterday. He actually had this to say in praise of Fubara.
The state is run by PDP, but not controlled by PDP, unfortunately. This is the problem that we have found ourselves in as a party and as governors. The governor of Rivers State is our vice chairman of the PDP Governors Forum. And of course, he is still with us. He is still a PDP man. And I have to come on behalf of the governors to show solidarity to him for this very proactive democratic instinct that he developed, which is a new manifestation in the political arena in Nigeria, where he had to incentivize, he has to develop strategy to be able to deliver governance, irrespective of party allegiance or partisan consideration. He didn't have the structure of the party in the state for certain reasons, and he had to go out and make sure he allows other parties to participate within the political space so that there won't be any vacuum. And I think this is very auspicious, that is very, very creative, and I'm very, very proud of him. And I said, yes, we have lost as a party, and that is why we are running from this. Again, he has established himself as a governor and the pride of all the governors of Nigeria. At the subnational level, you cannot just ignore a governor. A governor is the chief executive. He can do anything. He can spring surprises because the Nigerian state is run by governors at the subnational level. Even the federal government is a tenant. Nigerians live in the states and in local governments. And that's why what he did to me is very, very proactive and creative, irrespective of the fact that he knew his party would lose. But certainly, because of his deep democratic instincts, he had to allow the other parties to win. And I would just wish that those who have won will find it in their own modesty to give him support, because he's not doing it with any string or asking them to do anything. Let him, the APP, and him have that relationship so that he can govern. As a person, I had a similar situation in 2019. I governed a state where only 9 are members in the assembly, and he's still doing that. So, of course, his political sagacity has come to a level where he has become a specimen for democratic studies in Nigeria. And that is the more reason I'm here. Governor Ubara is the vice chairman. All the governors are with him, and certainly we are taking steps to ensure reconciliation. Reconciliation with somebody whom they have started with, the former governor of this state and the minister of FCT, is a must, because certainly they have come a long way, and we didn't want to throw away the baby with the bathwater. And certainly the governors are with the governor, because this is our own tradition and fraternity. At the same time, out of our own political history as a party who has history of governance, we are still stretching an arms of reconciliation to his mentor, to his friend and brother, and also our colleague. Thank you very much.
That's Bala Muhammad from Bauchi. Bala Muhammad was the guy who announced that Damagon, the current acting chairman of PDP, was going to have to step down, because that's the person that is allowing Wike to get away with all these shenanigans, this anti-party and all these things. Damagon is the guy who has made it possible for the likes of Soloma Kede Ibadan and then others to continue to openly disparage PDP in such a manner that a lot of you are wondering, like, is that party still a party, a political party? Or it is Wike's sort of an offshoot party? Now, immediately he made that announcement. The supposed godson of Atifku, the one from Adamawa, Pintiri, they went on to go and kiss the ring of Wike. They were those who were massaging his ego, telling him that, you know what, you are such a powerful this, powerful that. Until, they now said, no, Damagon should remain. As long as that Damagon is still their PDP acting chairman, nothing is going to happen to Wike. However, it can't be like, say, water don't they pass the back, enter snail's mouth. Oh. What that means is that the Wike's political structure, which is structure of criminality, structure of thuggery, has further been exposed as mere just political, what do you call it, political imagination. You have structure where people, if everyone is still with you, but when your overbearing attitude became unbearable, you will be exposed. That's what happened to Wike. So they exposed whatever he called the structure 2 days ago on Saturday, the 5th of October. So yesterday, this guy became the special guest of honor, where they were celebrating the death of Wike's supposed political structure. They've tried the courts, they've tried the police, it didn't work. So this morning, in fact, last night, the police IG, who is now the APC acting chairman, the Nigerian police IG, Egbetokun, announced that the policemen who took over the local government secretariat in Rivers State in the last 3 months, they were being withdrawn from the states, which means, despite the threats of Wike's men yesterday, the police who had that intel, they still went ahead to withdraw their security guys away from the secretariats, preparing the ground for the attacks, the arson, the destructions of properties of these local government areas that happened today. I'm going to show you some of them. I have a few videos, and I'm going to bring you more later this evening. Our guy, who, I always call him our guy, right? Hey, what do I call him again? I'll show you, right? This guy who has been fighting the hopeless Uzodimba of Owerri, the Supreme Court governor of Owerri, right? From time immemorial. This guy had his family members killed by hopeless Uzodimba. His family house burned. He himself, right? They've placed, this, have several attempts on his life many times, but he's still there. So, and he is also one of the vocal critic of Wike. He said this yesterday. Wike is done. He's done and it's over. The only thing left right now is just a little bit of violence. And it won't last, because after today, that may be the end of it completely. But yesterday,
there's nothing happening in River State that has anything to do with the interest of the sitting president. It's about the interest of Nyesom Wike, which he thinks can be elevated to constitutional interest, which he thinks can be elevated to a democratic interest, which he thinks can be elevated to judicial interest. Our laws will be changed because of him. Our democratic process will be changed because of him. Our police force will work out for him. And I'll ask the question, as who? As who? So we have pampered this thing over the time. Everybody is rolling his sleeve. Everybody. Nigerians have had enough. And those who are doing this are not helping the government. And today, you remember their political journey. Today, Asota Mbata, them who helped them may not be a good man. Rotimi Amechi is not a good man, even his wife too. Those who used to cook for them. Peter Odili is no longer their overall leader, no longer a good person. Amechi is no longer a good person. His friend Anduba is no longer a good person. Sekibo, all of them are no longer good people. And the Modu Sheriff them, Yachu them, Atiku Abaka, everybody, Okowa them, they're no longer his friends. Paseki no longer his friends. Mr. President, watch all he's saying about everybody and what he's doing to everybody. You will not be an exception. No? When did you meet him? You met him after Atiku defeated him out of frustration, he ran to you. Be careful. Because when he will tell us your own story, just be very careful. Protect yourself while you are using him for what he's doing, you know. But be careful for your own good. Because he will also tell your own story based on what he's seeing now. Look at everybody from beginning till the end. He has one negative story. So let his personal interest be separated from your government. Because Rivers people will defend their government and their right to constitutionalism. No apologies about that. That's why they are on the street now as I speak to defend it. And those opposition coalition will have all of us want Nigeria to move through this trying moment. But we cannot collaborate with you if those working for you is undermining us. Then we have to roll our sleeves and sever our relationship completely. So please, we want stability. We want collaboration that will help to resolve all these national challenges. But when those who are around you or security agencies around you are carrying out objective that some of them are claiming is from you, then the line will be drawn.
Ikenga, my guy. I know some of you don't like him too, right? No, don't listen to that guy. No. Me, I don't get friends among them. When I say my guy, I'm talking about when people who, even though they're part of the system themselves, right? Or whenever they have, despite all of that, right? Whenever they make a strong position against all odds, right? And they are consistent about it in a way, I still kind of like them. That doesn't make them our friends per se. Is taking some valid positions in the past and is not really deviated from it. Something I kind of, respect him for that. You know what I mean? Like, you do not have to agree with them all the time. But if you pay attention, right, you don't have to paint them with one brush. Ikenga is that guy. He's part of the establishment. And if you know his story, how he managed to actually break in, he was meant to be an activist, like the DG them, she will read them, until he felt like he needed to actually find means and break in and be part of this so that he will have more leverage. So you get more leverage in speaking, speaking out from the system, so to say. And I respect people like that in a way, right? I may not agree with them all the time, you know what I mean? However, Wike is currently at the verge of a total self-destruction. And what you would do is that, if you pay attention very well, every action of Wike is making almost everyone hate him. And it's just going to be a matter of time that even the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the Bat Idiots, the Bat Stats, the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, the Crumb Eaters, the Crumb Chasers, the Ass Lickers, the All Risers. It's going to be just a matter of time before they will look for that scapegoat. A scapegoat that they are going to have to sacrifice for why everybody hated Tifnumbu. You know, say, a lot of you don't like Tifnumbu right now. Not to say you like him before, but more and more, even those who kind of claim to like him, who are having this closet love for him. The Shege Bansa is eating everybody in a way that almost everybody is coming out now to say, oh, this call you is yeah. So, listen to me. It is going to get to that time. They are going to need a scapegoat. And the actions of Wike is so suitable. Very soon, the Ronukus are going to begin to point at him as the reason why people don't like Tifnumbu. You will see. Just wait for it. So every action of this is continually to show to you that what they call democracy in Nigeria is absolute trash, nonsense. But let's everybody continue to pretend. So, normally, Wike is fighting for his political survivor from Abuja, while his foot soldiers. May I give you the context? Let me give you the context of what this is really, right? If to say Fubara continue to play the role they expected of him, that's Wike expected of him. Right now, the career of 23 local government chairmen, 23 people who could have been local government chairmen, 23 people who could have been vice chairmen, making it 46 people, their career will not be dead by now. Then 319 people who could have been councillors in PDP, if Fubara continued to play the role they expected of him. 319 councillors, or 319 people right now, their career will not be dead or almost dead now. So what then happened is this. You see those ones who are like House of Reps members, senators, they are the last that their whole career will die, who are still loyal to Wike. But those ones who are already aligned with Fubara, as well as those ones who have now benefited from the crisis, 46 people have benefited as chairman and vice chairman. Those ones, they will be ready to die. Those are the part of the new structure. 319 councillors from 319 wards, they right now, they are the new structure of Fubara. So you see those ones whose career dead include those who are supposed to have become maybe PA, SAs, local government level, supervisory councillors, contractors, revenue collectors. When you put all of this together, you'll be looking at somewhere around another maybe 2,000 people. Their career are done dead with this Wike issue. Fubara versus Wike. Those ones who are loyal to Wike. So, as it stands, some of them are there to just vent their frustration and disappointment that that's it. For the next 8 years, you will never hear about them anymore. And most of them leave off politics. And isn't that the job with this? They don't get any other thing. What think they won't do now? Some of them don't go plan. Say they won't marry new wife after 2023. Now this will allow Fubara denying them that. Some of them don't they plan to start building the land we then carry give them, or they're planning to buy land, or some are planning to even start business. Now this 2023 wahala between Wike and Fubara started that dream. So I got to tell them, say make them no worry. Make them no worry. But you can't be like, say, I'm worry, don't they worry them all. You know, when your guy says, don't worry, I will deal with him. Then you now go to the State House of Assembly. 27 House of Assembly members, their own career dead as well. They may be doing shakara here and there. Nobody is even dealing with them. I'm talking about nobody they pay them any salary. Nobody they give them any allowance. Nobody they give them, the usual money. So Wike can't fund all these people. But they are going to be the first set of victims whose career, political this and that, dead. So when you begin to see them react this way, it is not just about Wike. It is about some of them too. They don't collect their feeding bottle, carry and give other people. That is what happened. It's not about the people. It's not about the Rivers people. Even though Rivers people are pretty much like the victims in all of this. They are the victims of all this political madness. But some of them too they've had enough. They've had enough of Wike. If you go back and play some of Wike's videos, where he has dealt with royal fathers, community leaders, religious, this and that. If you are not listening to him, Wike will rubbish you and he will deal with you. There were so many of them, right? They were picked up from different communities simply because they felt like they were supporting the APC or supporting someone else than whoever Wike appointed in that area. Wike was like a little Hitler in River State. If you don't agree with him, you better run away from the state. No joke, you have to run away from River State. There were those who were locked up. Like they just picked them up. Police just picked them up, locked them up. Some of them are just being released after the likes of Fubara started this fight. So it is pretty much like they've had enough of Wike. But for those who have benefited from Wike,